Oh, thank you. Can someone check this out?
Say something.
Test. Testing. Hello. Okay, I think it works now.
There's a delay. It's still not. Oh, here we go.
Okay, are we live?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Hi, my name is Andre. I work for BOSAGORA. I'm one of the lead developers. I'm also one of the principal developers on the Flash layer, which is our innovative second layer blockchain scaling solution. So I will talk about Flash and how it compares to existing solutions in the market, such as the Lightning layer and Ethereum's ZK rollups. And I will be talking about not only how it compares, but how Flash layer is actually a much better solution to those products. So let's begin. Okay, so what does the Flash layer actually try to solve? Currently in the blockchain, we have a problem with performance. This is a problem that is eminent in many blockchain projects such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. In our case, we have blocks which are created every 10 minutes, but that leads to long confirmation times. So if you want to send a transaction to another person, you would have to wait 10 minutes for that transaction to be confirmed. Users don't want to have to wait a long time for those payments to confirm. One solution to that problem is to increase the block creation frequency. Hold on. Just one moment. We have some streaming issues. Is it working now? Okay, hold on, everybody. We'll try to restart the stream. Why didn't you test this before?
We did yesterday. We were all in the same room together.
You know, it's better to just record this rather than do that stream. Stupid. Yeah, good idea. It would help if there was no delay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It worked yesterday. No capture. Yeah, I don't know. Haven't touched this since then. Um, yeah, see it works there. Okay, I'm gonna start a new stream, and then Rooney, I'm gonna give you a new link.
Yeah, and just share
We'll
them.
yeah.
Here's cool.
Oh, it might be on a page already. So just
Let's take the base.
act like you're trying to see our videos on YouTube channel. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So we send that link to people.
It is a new.
Yep, it's a new link to send up to people because the audio is still going.
We post a link to Telegram. The link.
Oh, I'm telling the about this soup and the county managers.
Yeah.
They're sharing.
Okay.
Just share what time is it?
Right now.
It's live right now.
Okay, and they told me that they share this information with community then as well. Usually in Korean community and some Korean the English community, not it's on here, but I think it's on.
Now, go back to YouTube, go to the live stream page, and you can look at the analytics and see how many people.
I guess this is what this one.
No, it's fine. I'll just.
The analytics.
Then we can see the live stream.
Yeah, check out
Yeah, that's why I didn't screen that. That's very consistent. I can just forward
I
you.
think maybe you can
Oh, yeah, do.
yeah, we can sorry. Sure.
Okay, should I start again?
Yeah.
Okay,
And we're gonna see if there's any audio issues.
I'll go back to OBS and restart everything from start.
No.
No?
Just start.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. So as we discussed before, we're trying to solve a scaling issue with blockchain with our flash layer solution. So in our case, we have blocks created every 10 minutes, but this leads to long confirmation times. And users don't want to have to wait a long time for their payments to confirm. One solution to this problem is to increase the block creation frequency or just the block size. But this leads to scaling issues and is not really sustainable. Bitcoin has this problem as well as some other blockchain projects. So we can do better. Our solution, it's a second layer solution for instant low fee payments. It's built on top of our BOSAGORA CoinNet network, in which payments will be instantaneous and require very small fees. It's built to be safe and secure, and it's built on top of a cryptographically secure update protocol. So that's our flash layer. And here's how it works. The users will open a flash channel with their wallet, and they will open the channel to a merchant or another receiving end by publishing a special multi-sig transaction to the BOSAGORA network. When a user wishes to issue a payment, the merchant generates an invoice and shares it with the user. And then the user just uses their wallet to pay for that invoice using the Flash protocol. This is all very transparent to the user, and they don't actually have to worry about anything. Here's one example of how it will be used in the real world. The user scans a QR code and then issues a payment. And the payment will be instantaneous. They won't have to wait 10 minutes. It will all be done through our second layer solution. The invoice itself can be just a QR code, or it can be done through NFC. It generates a URL, which is then recognized by the user's wallet when they click on that URL or when they scan that QR code. There's a few parameters in here. The amount, the destination, which is a public address, and the payment hash, and the expiry time. So in this example, we have a user which wants to pay for a coffee at Starbucks, but maybe they don't have a channel open with Starbucks directly. So what they can do is use a intermediate channel to send their transaction through that channel, which is then forwarded to the destination, which in this case is Starbucks. So the Flash layer finds a payment route to the merchant through a series of existing channels, and then the payment is routed through those channels. If the payment succeeds, the wallet will receive a cryptographically secure confirmation message. So what are some of the benefits of the Flash layer? The big one is fast payments, so you don't have to wait 10 minutes for confirmation times. And also low fees. So no matter how busy the mainnet is, no matter how many transactions are being processed, Flash layer will always ensure instant payments. Another benefit is users do not need to open channels to every merchant individually. As long as they have one open channel, they can route their payment to the destination of that payment. And as mentioned before, fees are significantly smaller than on-chain fees. And this enables us to scale to millions of users and basically an unbounded number of transactions per second. In our limited testing, we reached hundreds of thousands of transactions per second. So let's compare our solution to some of the existing scaling solutions in other blockchain projects. So here we have three of them listed here. Bitcoin's Lightning, which everyone is probably familiar with. Ethereum ZK rollups, which is a new technology, and BOSAGORA Flash, which is also a new technology built by us. So let's talk about safety. Bitcoin's Lightning Network is considered unsafe. The reason for that is because if we define safety as having your funds safe and making sure your funds are never lost, then Bitcoin's Lightning is not safe. If, for example, you restart your server or your wallet and there's a problem there or it doesn't start properly, it might publish an older update transaction, which causes if the update transaction gets published, then you could lose your funds because the other person has a so-called punishing transaction, which can drain your funds. Ethereum ZK rollups are pretty new, and even though they're safe, they're not published yet, so the technology itself has not been released. Bosagora's Flash network, it's based on Bitcoin Lightning, but it uses something called the L2 update protocol, which is much safer than the original Bitcoin Lightning. It uses something called floating transactions, which allows you to just publish the latest update transaction to the network without having to worry about whether you published an older one. Let's talk about stability a little bit. So Bitcoin's Lightning, it has many bugs. Many people have found bugs over the years. Even the core developer or one of the core developers of Bitcoin Lightning has managed to lose his funds one time because of a bug in the protocol. Ethereum ZK rollups, on the other hand, it's very new software and it's not been released yet. It might be released by the end of the year. So we're not really sure about its safety yet. And then Bosagora Flash. So we made sure that we tried to cover every use case and every scenario. We have a pretty extensive test suite, probably one of the biggest ones in the market. Now let's talk about complexity. Bitcoin's Lightning Network, the core protocol, has over 40,000 lines of code. That means there's a lot of complexity there. And it's really hard to understand the entirety of the code base. So it's very easy to introduce bugs. Ethereum ZK rollups is still in development. It has about 20,000 lines of code. But again, that's a pretty extensive code base, and it requires a lot of knowledge to actually modify any piece of code without breaking the whole protocol. And then BOSAGORA's Flash, on the other hand, has only 5,000 lines of code. Development time. So Bitcoin's Lightning Network took over 5 years of development time. That is a pretty extensive time to develop a protocol, but it hasn't really been proven to work well yet. There's still a lot of bugs, as mentioned before. Ethereum ZK rollups have been in development for about 1.5 years. And then BOSAGORA's Flash has only been in development for the last 6 months. So we're moving really fast, but we're much safer and we have an extensive test suite. Finally, let's talk about the developers. So the amount of developers that each protocol has. Over the years, Bitcoin's Lightning Network has been contributed to by over 150 developers. In comparison, Ethereum ZK rollups have had about 30 developers, and BOSAGORA's Flash has had 2 core developers plus the rest of the team, which does reviews. So that speaks volumes to our accomplishments. So this is the timeline of how the Flash layer was developed. Initial research was started in late October of last year. We developed a basic execution engine by the end of October. This doesn't support trust contracts yet. This is something that's still in development. We only built a set of features which are needed just for the Flash layer. So around this time, we also developed transaction time locks and sequence IDs and floating transactions, which are required by the so-called L2 update protocol, which the Flash layer uses. The Flash layer itself has begun development by the end of 2020. We developed a few features. We developed hash time lock contracts, which are also present in Bitcoin as well. And by the end of March, we deployed the first version of our Flash layer to our internal network. So the Flash layer is currently working, but it's not public yet. So it will be public once we deploy testnet and subsequently coinnet. So let's talk about the market use cases of the Flash layer. One use case is an alternate source of revenue for websites. One example here is Brave, which uses their own cryptocurrency in place of showing ads on the internet. So BOSAGORA's Flash network could be a pretty good use case here. Donation platforms are pretty important to us. With Flash layer, the fees would be very small, so this would enable people to donate small amounts without having to worry about having huge transaction fees. In-game currency is also a big market. We could use BOSAGORA for that. And finally, video streaming platforms. So, for example, YouTube Chat or Twitch and so on. So yeah, these are some of the use cases for BOSAGORA's Flash. We'll soon develop or deploy some of the documentation for Flash and how to integrate it with third-party wallets. And if you have any additional questions, just ask them on Telegram. Yeah, thank you.